One of the benefits of a computer-assisted design program is that we can very easily add dimensions and measurements to our drawings. One of the reasons for this is that we can create assemblies that are immediately ready for production. Now, in Autodesk Inventor, it's easy to add dimensions. We just need to go up to the Dimension button under the Constrain box. Now, in order to do so, you just need to click on the line that you would like to measure. So I've clicked on the vertical line here, and I pull out here, and it says that it's got a measurement right now of 1.919. Now, if I like that, I click, and I have the dimension here, and I've got the name of this dimension, it's D3. Now, if I like that, I just click the check mark. If I want to change it, I just use my keypad and enter the real dimension that I'd like, and I'd like to change it to 2.00 millimeters and press enter. If you'll notice, this line changed to match that measurement, and that as long as these numbers are here, the rest of the drawing will adjust to fit these values. Let's say that I want to measure this line, so I do the same thing. I click on that line, drag it out. It's already 2 millimeters, and that's what I'd like, so I press green check mark. This line right here, I would like to measure the distance between this line, so I'm going to click on it, and this line, and click on it. When I pull down, the program automatically draws lines to measure the distance between those two lines. And so I'm going to click down here, and it tells me that it's 4.000 millimeters. I would like to make that smaller, so I'm going to change it to 3.00. And you'll notice that again the drawing adjusts to fit my measurements. Now you'll notice there's a difference between the color of the lines. Inventor makes a case between green lines and blue lines. The green lines are lines that are unconstrained. That means that there is a measurement that is missing, and it tells you that one measurement is needed right down here, one dimension is needed, and that's the one. Now, sometimes it's hard to determine where the measurement is, and so included in Inventor is a very handy command called the Automatic Dimensions and Constraints button, which is right up here beside the Dimension button. If you click on it, it will tell you that there's one dimension required. When you click Apply, it immediately and automatically measures what's missing, and you can just press Done, and then you are completed all the dimensions, and everything is blue, it's fully constrained, and everything's measured. Now, let's say that I want to measure another line here. So I'm going to hit Dimension, and I'm going to click this line. Now, one thing you need to realize is that the computer doesn't understand which line is more important to follow. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to get a warning, and it says adding this dimension will overconstrain the sketch. Choose Accept to create a driven dimension. Generally, you do not want to click Accept, because the computer then will accept that this is the most important dimension and all the other ones need to change. What it really means is that you've measured something twice, and it is unnecessary to measure it again. So you can click Cancel, and your drawing will have the measurements there that it needs. The other thing is you sometimes will have a lot of dimensions and it gets rather cluttered here. So what I'm going to do is move them. I'm going to right click, press OK, and then I'm going to grab with my mouse and drag the dimension to the outside of this circle. And I can adjust all of the measurements a little bit just to make sure that it's easier to read. Click and drag them. And this is very handy because, again, they can become quite cluttered in very complex drawings, and it's hard to tell which measurement is for what line. So we're done for our dimensions here, and we can keep in mind that it is very handy to draw a line freehand and then dimension it afterwards to fit the drawing or the specification that you desire. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please consult your instructor.